As their Bills will do battle with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? To return it is Corey Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, Allen. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's 3rd and short.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 44 going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They give it to Ivory. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now McCoy. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey. Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This from 36 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Trubisky will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Howard on 2nd down, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The Bills getting set to go. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least... So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trevathan. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Allen throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing now is Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Lock it.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Lock it.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Hey, 18.
On second down, Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. On first down, this is Ivory. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Bills on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? To the air, Allen being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Lock in, lock in.
Again, it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit!
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will extend their lead. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, it's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll give it up to Ivory. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now they'll throw with Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Space to maneuver at the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Ivory. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Back now in Buffalo. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Ivory. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 3rd and short, the fullback DeMarco. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Again, it's Howard. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Third down, here's Ivory. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So out comes the field goal team once more. This a 43-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, on the bright side, you still have the good-sized lead, but this has to be troubling. His third miss of the game.
Well, fortunately, they haven't really needed him thus far. But he's an important part of what they're trying to do, so they definitely need to get him back on track.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Bills, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.